Jelena Jakovljević Bin Drai. You build your fashion brands, nurseries, medical clinics and longevity programs all here in Dubai. When you look back, who was the woman that first arrived in Dubai and who are you today?
I was crowned Miss Yugoslavia for Miss World 1998. Here in Dubai, I experienced actually if you work hard, what that really means, because this was the city where I didn't had physically competition and I was jumping into any possible opportunity that this town put in front of me.
I asked you, do you believe in 4 hours working week? You said, what the F is that?
I'm surrounded with serious players in business. I can tell you there is no one of them who works 4 hours. There is no shortcut. You have to wake up. If you are alone, if you have 2 employees, if you have 100, you have to go every day to work. I'm in my office every day. Every day I have problems. Every day I sort them. And there is no one day that I don't have a challenge. And this is the life, like you have to live on a daily basis if you want really to succeed and if you want to make money.
Welcome to Sherify Podcast. I'm your host. My name is Luka. Today, our guest is Jelena Jakovljević Bin Drai, a mother of 4. You build your fashion brands, nurseries, medical clinics, and longevity programs all here in Dubai. The toughest market in the world, I would say. You lived in Dubai for more than 20 years, raised family here, built businesses here. So the question, when you look back, who was the woman that first arrived in Dubai and who are you today? Welcome.
Thank you, Luca. Ciao, as we Serbs say. And thank you so much for having me today here. I love your podcast. I watch it. And you're doing really great thing. So I love how organized you are and how creative you are. And I love questions that you are asking your guests. And I'm very happy to be here. And when you ask me who I am today compared to the person who came 25 years ago, actually 24 years ago, to be honest, I'm same one, same values, same criteria, same passion, even stronger passion today than before 24 years I have for work, for raising bar. And it cannot be different in this town actually, because this bar is raised here in Dubai on a daily basis, and I'm same girl like before 24 years, just maybe a little bit more passionate now about work than then.
Well, that's great to hear that nothing has been changed for
Exactly.
24 years, and not many people here can say the same. I have to confirm. I've been here for quite long, not 24 years, but 10 years already, and I don't know many people who hasn't changed in from the time they arrived till today. So I would like just to rewind for a bit, and modeling was the beginning of your career.
Yeah, stepping stone.
Stepping stone. How that shaped you moving forward from the days that you arrived here, and what was the first big move that you have made?
I started modeling when I was 15 years old. My father, he followed me everywhere. As I like to say, I never crossed the street without him until I was 19 years old. He was holding my hand all the time. He was following me everywhere. And I started modeling as a young girl, 15 years old, teenager, during my high school. And I was crowned Miss Yugoslavia for Miss World 1998. And after that, I started studying architecture. And after approximately 2 years, I moved to live in Milan. And that was my beginning of a real professional modeling career. But even Milan was not hectic for me like Dubai, because here in Dubai I experienced actually what means if you work hard, what that really means, because this was the city where I didn't had physically competition, and I was jumping into any possible opportunity that this town put in front of me if we talk about modeling.
I remember one thing. We jumped on a call prior coming to this podcast, and I asked you, do you believe in 4 hours working week? You said, what the F is that?
No way. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. We have some very vulgar saying in Serbia, but I will not tell you that. I will tell you when we switch off cameras. But no, I don't know. I'm surrounded with serious players in business. Last 25 years, I know so many millionaires. We're talking about hundreds of millions that they're earned by themselves, or they're managing their family businesses. Multi-billionaires, top guys, the richest guys in the world, and I can tell you there is no one of them who works 4 hours per day. Even if they have $50 billion empire, they still work every day. There is no 4 hour per week.
I think this is a great hook for people who are lazy and actually searching for the shortcuts. Yeah. So the core of your business is work hard, dedicate yourself to a business,
Yes.
and just be every day better than yesterday. Correct?
Exactly. This is the formula. There is no other formula. There is no shortcut. You have to wake up, even if you have 2 employees. If you are alone, if you have 2 employees, if you have 100, if you have 10,000 or 50,000, you have to go every day to work. Look, Mohammed Alabar, every day he's working, and he's king of real estate. Hussein Sajwani, every day he's working. Sheikh Mohammed, every day. There is no shortcut.
But yeah, people are just prone to a hook, because it sounds too good to be real for me.
Exactly.
And then you don't have proof. Prove to me that you work 4 hours and that you are successful, because anyone can speak these days. Correct?
This is just a trick, for the mind, for the people who want, to believe that there is that hope in their life, I will not work, I will enjoy my life, and then, it's just a marketing trick. If you look, majority of those guys who are talking about mental clarity and a better life, and about manifestation, is it right word, manifesting this and
manifestation,
that,
yeah.
and you spend half of your day manifesting something, but you're not actually rolling your sleeves and go to work, or those who are their talk on the stage and manipulating the masses. Actually, it's not working. Most of them who talk about success in the life and happiness in life and the successful marriages, they're failed already 2 or 3 times marriages. Those who have successful marriage or super successful business, they do not have time to be on the stage and talk about that 24/7. They have to roll their sleeves and go and work. I'm in my office every day. Every day I have problems. Every day I sort them. I'm not calling them anymore problems. I'm calling them challenges. And there is no one day that I don't have a challenge. Still today, after all these years, after all these businesses, every day is popping up something new that I have to, work on. And I cannot just have managers and then go, and drink pina colada on a beach. I have to be there. They want me. I'm their leader. They want me every day there. They want to see my face. They want to see my dedication. I have to lead them. And when they see me, they're, at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, and my phone is, although I have my businesses, I have managers, I have supervisors. We have so many companies, and just simply, they call me. They call me at 11 o'clock. If they're working overtime, I work overtime. They know that they can find me 24/7. I was driving here to come to meet you, and I had at least 7-8 phone calls from my office. from HR department, from finance department, from patient relations, from engineers, from those on the construction. Like my phone do not stop, and this is the life that you have to live on a daily basis if you want really to succeed and if you want to make money.
You need to adapt, yeah?
Exactly.
And then from economics, business, architecture, which mental model you still show up in your daily basis, how you run your companies? Is there anything that you still am inside as okay, this is my basic and this is something that I hold, this is non-negotiable for me for all my businesses that you are running? Is there anything that you can reflect?
In general, I'm running all these businesses in a similar way. I always say the structure is the most important. To be organized is the most important, if this is what you are asking me.
Yep.
Like checklist. If I can pull one thing, that is most important, it's a checklist and on a daily basis. Even if you have a top manager who is, your operation manager, you have to have a checklist for him also. You have to, and you have to follow the trends. You have to know what's going on the market, but it's your choice in the end. Do you want to follow the trend, or do you want actually to do opposite? Like sometimes it happened to me, like during the COVID, everybody was doing same. Everybody was testing for COVID. And I decided, no, I will do opposite. I will not test for COVID. Patients who have symptoms, there should go, to the places where a government allocated for testing. I didn't want to compromise my pregnant ladies, geriatric population, and our geriatric patients, and also children. So I took this risk. I didn't want to go for quick money, and to go with the trend. I just decided to go totally opposite of the currents and current,
yeah.
And I risked for 2-3 weeks. That was very challenging, but then it turned that that was the crucial point. So it's like, checklist. Information is a power. Know what's going on the market.
Right information is a power.
Right information, exactly. And then just just decide, go with your instinct, and decide what's the best for your business.
Model, and then we have transition into entrepreneurship. What was your first project, and how did it did it went well, or it failed, or you picked some information? Because I've read the book, and in the book Kiyosaki said that every 9 of 10 businesses are prone to fail. So what was your first business, and how it went?
Okay, my first business, my first serious business where I opened the company, it was a recruitment agency. And it went well. So I had a lot of people that I brought from Balkan area to Jumeirah International, and to many other companies here in Dubai. And I just, somehow evolved from that business to another one, to cosmetic salons. Then from cosmetic salons, I had my also clothing line for 10 years. And this is the most difficult business. Clothing, yes. Fashion is real disaster, because when you reach the moment when you just finish your one collection, you have to prepare next one. You have to have budget for, you have to have money for next collection. But money which you are receiving from first collection is not coming yet, because you have 2 collections during the year, and then you have in between another 2 collections, so it's like 4 per year. So you're just investing, but you are not sure how much will come from previous collections and sales. So that's very, very tough. And also question is, Did you guess what is the trend or not? Then production companies are unreliable. So that was really, really tough business. The toughest one out of all businesses that I run. And I have to close that one during the COVID because nobody was going on parties, nobody was going to events anymore. So, but I knew when to pull plug, and that's the very important moment to know when to cut and to close the business so you don't drown anymore. And I'm calling it my expensive hobby. But my first business was successful. My second one, cosmetic salon, also was very good. But I wanted to expand my medical business, so I needed space that my salons was occupying, and that was also a very tough choice. Do I let my baby that I made from scratch, my cosmetic salons, just go? And the day when I decided to close cosmetic salon and extend that clinics into that space, actually was not that difficult. I just called a shot and I closed it. And to be honest, people do not let it go for years and years. But now I do not even remember, details about that business. I think as life is going on, everything goes on, and you need to know when you outgrown certain business and when you have to move forward. So as I said, with my clothing line, I do not call that failure because for 10 years it was really amazing experience. Ladies was wearing my clothes. We were selling very well in UK, but time came when I have to pull the plug.
Yeah, and it was a COVID. Yeah, like most of businesses, they went down because of the COVID. Some of them they obviously made a profit, but
look, my clothing line, Jelena Bin Drai. I changed the name from Duchess by Jelena to Jelena Bin Drai. When I changed the name, it went flying. It was amazing because people associate it with me. I was already established name here on the market, and it was doing well. But then COVID came, and I have to close. But in the same time, my medical business flourished, and
you tapped in,
developed that further.
So just small thing for people who are listening. Obviously, setbacks are tough, and you had this kind of setback. What kept you from not giving up? Obviously, is it something inside, or that's something that you developed during the years? Obviously, you could sit at home and do nothing and just be a housewife. And then what kept you on a go when this tough time occur and come in front of you?
I never had in my head, that I will be a housewife. I mean, every girl is dreaming, to have a certain type, of man in their head, and everybody wants beautiful life and rich husband, and to travel around the world and all of this. But then, in the end, it's how you are brought up, and what wealth and being rich means for you. So for me as a kid, I knew how I want my life to look, and I wanted to have this life from Dynasty and TV series and glitz and glamour and beautiful. But I never think that I will be a housewife and I will just look after kids, and I will sit and do makeup from early morning and look glamorous, just going for lunches and dinners. For me, that was never option. For me, I always wanted to have successful also career, and to have successful men next to me. And I knew, alhamdulillah, as Arabs say, I have a husband who is wealthy, but this didn't change my perception about life and work at all. For me, I like to repeat that 100 euros before 25 or 30 years are same 100 euros today. And I wake up, I go to work, and I earn that 100 euros every morning because I don't think that he will also, look at me with same eyes because he chose me with my personality and my drive, for his wife, because of my drive. Even when it's tough time, I do not give up because that's just, moment which we have to overcome. Because if each time I just give up when it's a tough time, then that's showing the personality, that's showing the character. Tomorrow, what if I have problems with him in marriage and I just give up, like I'm giving up on my businesses, he knew when he married me, what he is getting into, and he knew that whatever happened in life, in business or in our marriage, that I will be there for him. And I like to say, because a friend of mine, she asked me, and in which moment you will is there any moment that you will leave your husband? I told her, no. I'm never giving up in my life. There is nothing that I will ever leave him. If he kills, I will bury that body.
Wow.
That's how I look in everything in life.
The partner in crime.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is gold. These days, this is gold, and impressive. And now I just have to reflect. No doubt, I was shy when we started Aura, I think, and all this stuff. When you walked in, and usually I'm not a shy person, but I felt some kind of the things. And now when you speak, I can feel, okay, you hold the ground, which not many can say.
And this is coming from my Serbian mother and my Serbian father. You know how Serbs we are. We are very tough. We had so many challenges through history, and I think all these values and all of this are coming, from the family. And even in business, I believe that 50% is what you bring from your parents, the way that they raise us, and then approximately 40% is who you are and what is your drive and how hard you work for that in any aspects. And then 10% is luck.
I think, we have to thank the life that we are raised. If I may say, I'm not sure how raised you are, but harsh conditions, especially the country, it went through crisis, wars.
Exactly.
We appreciate everything, I believe, more than others because harsh conditions. And they say there is a thing, the tough times create strong people, and I think this is behind us.
This is in our DNA.
Yeah.
This is in our DNA.
I have to agree. Now, I would like to reflect on the clinic, Aldas Clinic, and the way that you have an approach. It combines conventional, functional, quantum medicine, and then the clinic, which is not just the clinic. It's the athletes, they can go IVF, and then general, I would say the customers who are having some kind of illnesses. So if you can walk us through the clinic itself and tell what spectrum Aldas offers.
So we started as a polyclinic. Actually, I jumped into this without having any knowledge, how to run medical center. And my husband told me, are you sure working with doctors is very, challenging and tough? And this is not your background. Your background, you started with architecture. After that, studied sport management, and I did masters in economics. So I had already at that time, experience running a few businesses. But medical business is totally different ball game. But I told him, no, I want to use this opportunity. We have a building that belonged to my husband family on Palm Jumeirah, and I wanted to convert ground floor because I saw opportunity for opening medical center because there was no medical center, there was no nursery. So I just used that ground floor in this purpose. And simply we started as a polyclinic. It was very challenging, first 3 years. And this is the moment when actually I was not working all day, every day in the clinic, and when mismanagement happened. We had some downfall. And then my husband told me, listen, you have to, or you will look after that properly, or, we will close it. Then I started, paying attention and going every day there. I turned the business around. Within 3 months, from just bleeding money, I turned it into a profitable business, because I spent day and night looking into problems and what is the success actually in this clinic, what is drowning us, where we are bleeding. And I turned it after 3 years. This is this is the crucial point when I understood that there is no shortcuts, that I have to be involved 24/7. And from this conventional medical center, I grow from first location to second location, from second location to third location, without borrowing any money, from the bank, without anything, just organically growing it from cash to second location, from first and second into third. Now we open fourth one. So what is the difference between those clinics? 3 are polyclinics with conventional normal medicine. But 8 years ago, I started learning about other option, other medicine, which people was calling, and doctors and everybody, as a complementary. But for me, bioresonance was medicine, and also biological medicine was medicine, and functional medicine was medicine. So there was no real medicine and complementary medicine. I started implementing all of this in our centers, and 1 year ago, I decided to open fourth clinic, which is only focused on prevention, because I understood that in conventional medicine we're lacking prevention. Everything is about working on the symptoms and moving forward. Everything is based on giving medications and doing surgeries, but there is no deep dive into the root cause of the problems. So I brought into my conventional concept biological, functional, integrative, and traditional Chinese medicine and bioresonance. So I like to say that we are the most comprehensive in the region clinic, because we do testing, we are preparing body, and then we are going for the protocols. So we are not like everybody else, where they're just testing, and not doing after that anything else except IV drips, or they're testing, and they leave you to just look for the solution by yourself. We have 6 doctors making decision about each patient, and because of that, I like working with personal trainers and with doctors, specialists, because when you work with somebody, you actually need to understand what are the root cause for their inflammations, for their performance, why their performance is not perfect, why how they can get better, and all of this. So my doctors are going to the root
of the problem.
Cause of the problem.
Which is really great. And nowadays, wherever you turn on, you can hear word longevity. But longevity is not anti-aging. It's actually living a healthier life.
Exactly.
Longer.
Exactly.
And if you ask any person who is ultra rich, what is the number one goal for you? He will tell you one thing: I want to live long life. And that's the reason why we have these gadgets nowadays, as infrared saunas, chambers, cryo chambers, IV drips, peptides, which is obviously, I believe, half of these things are available at your clinic. And you are not going just by assuming, okay, I see your color of skin and I'm giving you the IV drip. So there are some markers which you are pointing, and then according to that, prescription is there, and then follow up and all these things which are actually needed, correct?
Yeah, exactly. The point is, all of us want to live long, but we want as longer as possible. But we also want to live healthy. You don't want to be 95 and, like with all these wires, like on the stick and, like surviving. You want actually to live up to 95 or 100 and to feel your best and to feel like you're in 60s. And I really believe that it's total BS reversing age. You cannot reverse age. They're all lying to people. You cannot reverse. We have a million case studies there that we are doing in our clinic. And if you are, like, for example, I'm 45 now.
Uh-huh.
And I did true age check. And my all organs are like I'm 39.
Mm-hmm.
So only hormones was, when I did the 1 year checkup, 1 year ago checkup, that they are like I'm 49. So this is very good because I knew that something is wrong with me because in that moment I was feeling a lot of fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
But when my doctors fixed me, and like when they're put a whole body and hormones in balance, I was not suddenly, like 39 years old. I cannot put years back, but I can slow down aging by knowing what's happening in my body. When we find out that my hormones are aging faster, then we can address the problem and we can, like work on that we actually put them in balance and, like make them be like when I was 39. Because there is a root cause why they're, like aging faster. But if you do not test and if you do not detox your body and prepare your body to receive the treatment, for example, IV drips. Wherever you go, they're now selling IV drips. But if you're full of garbage and you're full, like full of toxins, how then, like you will receive the best out of that IV drips? It's not possible. So you have to, like prepare body to receive the best of what you are giving to your body.
I fully agree, and I think people have to start with foundation first, as like sleep, nutrition, and then once everything is fixed, yeah, this is go to, but you have to go to places which are blue ticked, I would say, like which is verified. You cannot go just to any go to and then
you need to go to the doctors who know what they're doing. Only functional medicine doctor in one place is not enough. Because of that, I'm not, like crazy to pay all these doctors and to bring them, like in my clinic, just sitting there and, like looking good. I mean, all of them are looking good. It's in Aldas, it's very well known that, like all our doctors are like fit and looking good and looking much younger than actually they are, because they take care about their body, and about their health. They're represent what they're
what
preaching.
you stand for, yeah.
And like few days ago I had the situation where somebody sent me, oh, like look this clinic, they're your competitors. And I look the lead doctor and I'm like, okay, should I call him and offer him first to come, like for me to detox him and to reduce 35 kilos for him? Because how he represents something, like what is meaning health and long life if he is 35 kilos more than what he should be. I mean, like because of that, I have with me team who believe in longevity, who lives longevity, and like they're literally breathing, eating, sleeping, and like preaching longevity. That's very important. They're doing training. Training is one of the most important things. They're detoxing their body. They're like eating lean and healthy food. Of course, there are some indulgements. Of course, we cannot, like we're not robots, but all of them have their formula, meaning they're investigated their gut, their liver, their hormones. They know what's going on in their body, and when they go, like also our clients, when they go out of that pathway, they know how to come back. Because you need to know, like what's your ideal time for sleeping, when to exercise and when to don't exercise, how many days you need for a recovery. So all of this is done by DNA test, which is very important to do.
If I may, just for a second interrupt.
Sorry, I talk.
Just
if
second.
you wanted to, cut me, please cut me, because
I just want to add on, because I
talk.
was listening to Peter Attia, and he is like a doctor who is specialized for the longevity. He said number one thing that we should look at when it comes to longevity is your DNA.
Exactly.
So
You
I
have to
just wanted
understand
to add that, and then nothing major, because you were speaking about DNA.
Exactly. DNA is one test. This test costs like 3,000 dirham. We spend this 3,000 dirham, in a restaurant, drinking alcohol and doing, bad for our body, eating sugar and fat. You spend 3,000 dirham today just like this in the restaurant. But DNA, 3,000 dirham, if you spend on it, is your roadmap. It's like your navigation, right?
Yeah, you can see actually what's going on
for
with
your
body.
life. You get 60-something pages of DNA, and you know what are your predispositions. You understand then, what is your chronotype, when you need to exercise, when you need to rest. Like me, for example, I didn't understand before doing it why I'm totally dead if I exercise every day. I cannot. My recovery is 72 hours. I have to have break between my trainings. Otherwise, I'm not building proper muscle mass, and I'm just exhausted. I'm going into fatigue if I do not recover properly. So
less is sometimes more, especially when you have a record in front of yourself, and when you can see, if you said 3,000 dirhams, people, they're preaching health, but when it comes to action, they actually stay in action. And what is the cost of inaction? You stay at the same place where you are.
Exactly, you're not moving, no improvement.
Exactly, this is the cost. If the cost of something, I would see this as an investment. If you have 3,000 dirhams to spend on a lunch, dinner, alcohol, you name it, I don't want to get, anyone has personal things. But if you can invest in your health and actually understand, for instance, you know that you shouldn't be training every day, and I respect that. Because why would you get into stage where inflammation occurs, when stress, what is the biggest killer today? Stress.
Exactly.
And the training itself is a stress. And if you know,
you're totally right,
what is your chronotype, if you can understand what actually works for you, what doesn't, you can actually have this system in place. And where to get better system than in a clinic which is proven for things where you can support yourself with IV drips. I don't know if you do stem cells.
Hyperbaric chamber with papimi. Papimi, we're only one who have papimi. It's actually each cell, like in simple words said, every cell have it's like it's charged fully, or it's losing potential, like a phone, like a battery, so we have to charge that cell to work in a proper way. So if inflammation occur, or any pathogens, viruses, bacteria, parasites affect cells, they're losing that power. So papimi is only one machine which is actually charging back cell to work on its full potential. And of course that you will receive nutrition from IV drip, and you will perform and you will exercise with your full potential when your cells are charged fully. So papimi is the device, PEMF device, only one that is charging your cells back. And it's incredible what this machine can do. And then, for example, IHHNT, intermittent hypoxia, hyperoxia, and normoxia device that is raising your oxygen and lowering and putting in, then normalizing. That is training mitochondria to work, under stress, and they're becoming so resilient to any resilient, right?
Resilient, yeah,
Resilient to like any influence that are coming and disturbing them. So when bacterial infection happened, your cells are healthy and they're working, like under full potential, and they can protect you from bacteria because they're in training. They're they're healthy, they're strong.
Wow, the world is moving very fast, and I just want to make a simple connotation for people who are listening to that. Mitochondria is something what is directly related for your energy. So ATP comes from mitochondria, and from mitochondria starts everything. So this shows how healthy you are actually. So this is just simple parallel we can pull.
I would like to just add regarding NAD, for example. People go and they get NAD. This is very important to spread awareness, because people are going and getting this IV drip. They're spent 6, 7, 8,000 dirham getting, like this famous NAD.
NAD plus, yeah?
NAD, exactly. And NAD, actually, you need to test NAD before taking drips. Do not spend money. Do not throw your money just, like getting NAD drip. Because you first need to know, your doctor need to know, do you need NAD and how much you need? We have patients who are coming and saying, give me 250, give me 750. No, we don't do that. We first test it and then we give to our patients. Plus, we have to detox body to be able to, receive maximum from NAD before, you start this drip. Because otherwise it's waste of money. Same with stem cells. Why you will go and spend like 35, 45, 60,000 dirhams getting stem cells if your body is full of heavy metals, toxins, if your body is not ready to receive stem cells. You just waste money.
Wow.
You need team of people to tell you, what to do next, and what to do first, what to do second, what to do third. Not, like usually, clinics are just selling and maximizing, revenue. This is not the right way.
This is not ethical, I would say.
It's not ethical, and also it's commercializing something that is so important for people. Commercializing, people then do not believe that NAD is actually doing a good thing for them, because they receive it, but they don't see any improvement. But it's not done in right way. There is no protocol for it. I mean, there is protocol, but clinics are not giving to patients.
Low ethic. I believe those are some red flags for non-legit clinics. And how can actually a regular person prevent them from this kind of red flags? What would you say to somebody like, okay, this is the red flag, do not go for that?
You mean going in the clinics?
In the clinics, and what are the major red flags that you can point? Okay, this is the.
I don't blame clinics. The market is very tough, and they want to survive. But for patients, as more as we spread awareness about, what is the real longevity, then they will be more aware, and they will not like sheeps, follow just the trend. Because they need to start thinking first, there is a logic behind all of this. If you just go and receive one thing, like for example IV drip, they go and they do gut detox or liver detox or immunity boost. But difference between receiving immunity boost, IV drip, when your body is full of toxins and is not detoxed, and when you receive immunity boost, when your body is clean, is like, it's crazy. And I tried all of this on myself, and I know that if I'm sick now and my nurse come home and she give me IV drip, for
immunity boost.
Exactly. I feel after like 2 to 3 hours like newborn. But before I was receiving it, like maybe 8, 9, 10 years ago when IV drips started, I will receive 5 of them and I will still feel like bad, like I will be in bed, like nothing happened. And I will think, okay, but I received, like a lot of vitamins and minerals and this cocktail will work eventually, but didn't work. Didn't work. Maybe 10% worked. But if body is clean, if you are detox, if you are, like ready to receive it, then it's totally different story.
I remember for me it was a game changer, to be honest. I used to suffer with low immunity, and then I've started taking glutathione, NAC, NAD plus as well at the same time. And honestly speaking, I haven't been sick for past year and a half, 2 years for sure, like to get like a flu or anything. But I do it regularly on a monthly basis, at least once, just to support my immunity. I'm not speaking now about anything major because there is huge spectrum of what you can
but
get
I'm sure
now.
Also that you eat clean.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly.
100%.
Like people go there, eat, like junk, and then they receive the IV drips, or they're taking, like supplements. Also supplements, taking supplements, people think, like, oh, like they're just vitamins, they're just minerals, they're just, like supplements. But there are also medication. And, like how much we can absorb through our gut, not much. If gut is not clean, if, like your liver is not clean, it's big difference. Big difference when you receive in a clean body. This is what I'm saying all the time.
100%. But I would suggest anyone get actually supervision when they get toward any kind of things. For instance, Aldas is a great place to go to get actually somebody who knows what you need to go for, not a gym brother, not whatever, whoever is giving you advices. Get something what is legit. This is number one thing. And it
like peptides.
Yeah.
Peptides, doctor have to test you. Doctor have to find out which kind of peptides you need. Like peptides also, like they look naive and all of this, but they're not naive at all. Same like supplements. It's a part of like protocol that need to be given by the specialist.
What is your, if we can like just get through, there are so many peptides nowadays which are used as a medicine for fat loss, for injury healing. I can touch some of them, but just what is your go-to advice? So,
look, I was in beginning totally against losing weight with Mounjaro and with like Ozempic and injecting just for a quick fix. I was not for a quick fix at all. But the thing is that Mounjaro, you cannot stop people wanting, like to lose weight within 1 month. I always say the best way for no bounce effect is to come and to get protocol for 12 weeks. In 12 weeks, we can make anybody lose weight in healthy and natural way. They can lose even 15 kilos within, like 12 weeks. Eating 5 times per day, right food for their body, taking right supplements, and, like being on our protocol for 12 weeks, it's possible. It's possible. And we have also, like personal trainers in the house. We have nutritionists in the house. We have all this, like equipment that we are using, all these AI sophisticated devices that are fortifying the whole process. But if we're talking about Mounjaro and about Ozempic, if person insists, if patient or client insists to get it, okay, fine, take it. But then again, you have to have our protocol, which nutrition, which injections you need to get, which IV drips you need to have. What is the protocol to support that fast fat and weight loss? It's not only, like you get injection and you go, like for a training. You cannot train the same when you're on Mounjaro and Ozempic and when you are not on it. You know that for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
How much like muscle mass is lost, which vitamins and minerals are not, like given to the body because of the amount of the food that is taken. So there, there is a protocol also for
People
those
are
people
neglecting
who are on.
so many things, and
I don't know one person who is, except those who are on our Mounjaro or Ozempic protocol, who go to the doctor and doctor give them protocol what they need to eat and which vitamin injections and IV drips and therapies that they need to do through that process of taking Mounjaro and Ozempic.
you need to be very mindful, and it's not just a medicine. It obviously suppress your appetite, and so many things are on, but if you are not having this foundation as you are mentioning right now, you can end up in big problem.
With thymosin, for example, for let's say whichever peptide you're getting, like you cannot dose yourself. I'm working in the clinic. I know a lot now about all of these things, but I cannot order for myself from the pharmacy before I consult my doctors. They decide which dose. I will take if I have inflammation, for example, in some joints or injury. They're the one who went in that school 7 years, who after that specialized, who practiced for 25, 30 years, and who knows what amount of peptide or stem cells or IV drip, which cocktail to get. But today, people just come in the clinics or in wellness centers and their demand, oh, give me 750 of NAD. It's crazy what they're doing with their bodies.
It's just the way the people they operate. I just want to mention and label this as that we are not misleading any information. This is just some general information. We are not encouraging anyone to try anything without doctor supervision. All what we are speaking right now is just informational, nothing else. So do not take anything for guarantee. Neither me, neither Jelena are doctors, so we are not encouraging anyone for anything. Now, I would like just to touch a bit, as a mother of four, entrepreneur, businesswoman coming from Serbia. Can you run me through your day, how it goes, and what is the part, what is non-negotiable in your day? What does it mean having 4 kids? All these things, it's a bit like triggering for me how somebody actually can be that successful, run a family business. Obviously, you came from Serbia, which is a great thing. You are, I would say, ambassador of our country here as well at the same time. If you can just run us through as like something I would like to wrap up this podcast with.
It was much more difficult when I had one child, when I had my Asia 15 years ago, and 1 or 2 businesses, because I was not in this routine in which I'm today. Now with 4 kids, I have Asia, Hilal, Hamdan, and Rashid. Asia is almost 16, Hilal 13, turning 14. Hamdan is 12, and Rashid is our baby. He is 4 years old. And somehow if I stop, running all these businesses, and I'm not in this routine, I think it will be very difficult to come back because it's a lot on my plate. But I'm super organized, and I have a fantastic team also at home, people who are helping me, chefs, drivers, maids, nannies that are with us not less than 10 years, each of them, and their family actually. They're not family by blood, but they are our real tribe, and gang. They travel everywhere with us, and I don't know. I think I'm just super organized, and people with who I'm dealing at home. My driver is driver and Manny, as I like to say, not nanny but Manny, because he's looking after boys. They have a lot of activities after school. They do sports, they do chess, they do piano and Arabic, and basketball, swimming, all of this. So we have a schedule for everything. I built this in September when school starts, and my husband is helping me a lot. He is very hands-on, and I think that also religion help. I'm Christian Orthodox, but my husband and my kids, they're Muslims.
Have you converted, or I
No.
mean, I'm not getting
No.
personal things. If you don't have to, if you don't want, you don't need to answer.
No. I will answer it. I'm happy that you asked me this because we are actually different religion, but we have the same pathway. And my husband and kids, they're Muslims, and they pray 5 times per day. Even the small one, he's not praying 5 times. He jump in, like from time to time. But I think Islam is very important, which is giving this prayers every day are giving also routine to my kids and to my husband, because between 5 prayers, they organize their time. And for me personally, is very important to have like schedule and to work on schedule. I know from when I wake up, like what are my meetings, when they are when I'm working. At every day at 2 o'clock, I come home to have lunch with my husband, and this is from the time that we was dating. So we are together 25 years, and every day we have lunch together.
Wow.
So that's our like most important thing. And then kids are coming after like 1 hour after that at 4 o'clock home, and then we have time for them. If I have meetings, he is the one who is with them. In between, we find time like for them every day, and we have our round table where we sit and we discuss topics from school, what's happening like in their life. We actually, if you look, 24 hours is a lot, and if you're well organized, you have time for everything. If I have time for social media, which I minimized,
Which you don't, because I was waiting for your answer like 2 weeks, and then you would come and say, okay, I'm not just here, and I understand completely, So the question which I was always wondering, when it comes to generating the money, is there anything similar that people who are having already a big amount of wealth, cash, you name it, is there any similar trait that those kind of people are possessing and that you can link yourself with?
I link that to the process, actually, and having that in your like butterflies in the stomach. When you see the opportunity, I think that all of us have the same. It's not a greed for money. It's not oh, I want to have more. It's not only about money as money. It's about going through that process of making it. Some people do it because of I don't know which reason, but I think majority of us who do it in the way that I'm doing is loving that process, that butterflies. When you see opportunity and you just go after that. Like I every day I just measure is this good opportunity, I never miss opportunity to meet people. During my day, I have so many meetings, and I'm not refusing the meetings because I never know when some good opportunity will come out of it.
I have to ask the question, which will be underlined. Do you think that we are in charge of our opportunity, as you said now, meeting people, or opportunity are most of the time which are coming to us? In your perspective, are we in charge of that?
Look, some people just switch off, and they're not open into looking to opportunity. For me, my mode is constantly on, and I'm looking for it. I'm analyzing every opportunity that come across. I'm analyzing, like maybe 10 things per day. if I'm going in hotels, if I'm going in restaurants, if I'm going, for a meetings, if I'm whatever I'm doing, I'm just looking for it. That switch is constantly on, and then I just recognize it, I feel it, and I go into that. Sometimes I need to be involved 24/7, but on some I'm seeing myself as a partner, or but sometimes happen that I see opportunity in certain things that nobody else see. That's happened with one of my companies where I was first investor, and I asked other people would you like to invest with me in this company? It's a mental health platform, and they told me mental health, come on, what are you talking about? That was before COVID. I invested some small amount. I was first investor. I believe in that. My husband even didn't believe. And now that company is selling for 30 million pounds.
Wow.
So
you are turning opportunities into cash.
Yeah, I love, I look for it constantly. I love that process, when, you grow something, you build something. And not because of the cash, not because of money.
Of the process itself.
It's like whole process. Like somebody like to go in shopping. I don't like shopping. Shopping is for me a waste of time. And some people love that process of choosing clothes, imagining themselves, trying, matching. For me, this is I match my abilities and my ideas with the opportunity that comes.
Very well. I mean, I'm impressive. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I just wanna thank you again for giving me your time and being here on a podcast. I was really honored, and I would like to thank you again. Thank you
so much. I really appreciate you calling me here because I love what you do.
Thank you so much. I'm quite happy about the outcome, and I think we helped many people to understand or bring closer to them longevity and actually how to get through the things on a proper way, because there is so many disinformation out there, and from perspective where I sit, it's legit 100%. Thank you.
Thank you, Luca.